So we are currently 5 games into the 2023 NFL season. And if you take a look at the 2024 draft order, the Patriots are currently sitting as the 5th team in the 2024 NFL draft, which means they may have a chance to take one of the top quarterbacks in the 2024 draft. Many believe this is one of the best quarterbacks drafts in a while, with Caleb Williams most likely going number 1 overall, and the Patriots aren't that far off from having that number 1 spot at least 5 weeks into the season. And so that really makes me question the Patriots, their current situation. Mac Jones, Bill Belichick, things aren't going well. They're sitting at 1-4. They have the worst offense in the NFL. They have the 25th ranked scoring defense in the NFL. So obviously, looking at New England, something needs to change. The question is, what is that? And could the Patriots somehow end up with Caleb Williams with another one of these top quarterback weapons in the 2024 NFL draft? And so if we sort of look at the state of the Patriots as they are right now, obviously they lose Brady. Bill Belichick hasn't really been able to get his team back to their former success. Mac Jones hasn't been great. The Patriots offense in his first season, 6th best scoring offense in the NFL. You look at the next year, they dropped to 17th. I thought that was in big part due to Matt Patricia calling the plays. And so I assumed, okay, with Bill O'Brien coming in here as the offensive coordinator, maybe he can get Mac Jones back to how he looked back in 2021 in his first season when the Patriots were still a pretty solid team, sitting at 10-7 after that 2021 season. But that has not happened 5 games in. The Patriots have the worst scoring offense in the NFL. There is no one worse than the Patriots offense. And I think there's so many different reasons this has happened. If you look at the offense, Mac Jones, not a top tier quarterback. You haven't given him many good weapons. You let Jacoby Myers go, who he had built, some pretty solid chemistry with, was definitely the top receiver there during the past couple seasons. You signed Juju Smith-Schuster, who's doing nothing. You haven't drafted well in the wide receiver room for years and years. And so all in all, it's just led to this being, the worst offense in football. And I think that if Mac Jones had some top tier elite weapons, let's say he had the weapons of the Dolphins, if he had Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, he obviously would not be playing this bad. I don't think he'd be a top tier quarterback, but I think he would be a more middle of the road guy. But right now, with the weapons he has, he's playing as one of the worst. You look at QBR, 40.4, 26th in the NFL. You look at yards, 1,008, 21st in the NFL. 5 touchdowns, tied for 16th. 6 interceptions, tied for 1st in the NFL. So you throw in, a bad offensive line, a bad receiver core, and a mid-tier quarterback, and you get, one of the worst offenses in the NFL. And so there have been lots of questions over the years, especially the past few seasons, with the Patriots not playing up to par as to what they were used to with Brady. Should the Patriots move on from Bill Belichick? Is he, too old? Is he, not really up to date with what needs to happen on the offense? Does he have too much power to make different decisions? And I even saw an interesting clip from former Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman earlier today, was talking with Colin Cowherd on his show. And Edelman said he thinks that Belichick needs basically a little bit more help on the offensive side when it comes to drafting specifically. And so while the Patriots defense, even after Brady left, was able to find success, if you look at their scoring defenses the past few seasons, 2020, 7th best. 2021, 2nd best. 2022, 11th. And this season, 25th. They're dealing with injuries as well. Matthew Judon down. Christian Gonzalez, 1st round pick. But Belichick has still mostly, been able to lead a somewhat consistent top-tier defense. The issue has been the offensive side of the ball since Brady left. Since Brady left, their scoring offense ranks 27th, 6th, 17th, and currently now 32nd. And so I don't think just because Bill Belichick hasn't really done a great job of running the offense or, scouting those players or drafting players that he should just be out the door, because he's still one of the top defensive minds in the NFL. But I think if you do want to solve the offensive issues, you got to get someone else to come in there and help build that room and maybe not rely solely on Bill Belichick, even Julian Edelman himself saying that he thinks Bill does need some help on the offensive side of the ball. And so if you look at Mac Jones right now, considering it is his 3rd season, I thought coming in this was a make or break year, just because you have the, pretty solid, somewhat okay, for a rookie first year. His next season, not quite as great. And this was the one where it's like, okay, the Patriots are likely going to decide to keep Mac Jones around after this season, or say, you know what? I think we need to find a new guy. And I think with the way they're playing right now, I think you have to find a new guy. And considering this is going to be one of the best quarterback drafts in a long time, according to, many different people, and with you playing as poorly as you have so far, the Patriots have put themselves in a pretty interesting position where they may be able to be in that top 5, top 10 conversation. And if they play as badly as they have the past 2 weeks, maybe even number 1 in Caleb Williams. And you would imagine if they got a guy like Caleb Williams in New England, lots of those issues would be solved. Maybe you keep Belichick around. He continues to run the defense. You hopefully, get Caleb Williams some weapons. And here's the thing, as I was saying with Mac Jones, I think he's a more average quarterback, where Caleb Williams is going to be that top tier athletic guy who can make things happen. I bet you that Caleb Williams would do much better with this offense than Mac Jones because he can scramble, make things happen. But let's say you throw Caleb Williams into this team and the Patriots finally maybe hit on a receiver in the draft, which they haven't done in a good while, and you immediately have a top team here. So I think it's too quick, too soon to give up on Bill Belichick. I think that he's shown his ability to find success in the NFL. And so maybe Kraft says, oh, you know what? His time has come. If they do go with a new QB, maybe they want to find a new young coach to really start a new future in New England. But either way, I don't think Mac Jones is the answer. As I said, I don't think they've set him up enough for success with the weapons he has. But still at the same time, you just really can't get it done with the way that he has been playing. And if you do have a top draft pick, you wouldn't be surprised to see the Patriots, come in there and make that kind of pick. And if you look at the AFC East and just the way it's built right now with Josh Allen, with Stephon Diggs, you got Tua still young with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. I mean, Mac Jones and this offense are not going to be able to compete with those other teams in the AFC East. Especially, too, if Aaron Rodgers comes back next season, the Patriots would still have one of the worst offenses in the AFC East. So Robert Kraft himself has to think to himself, you know what? We got to find a guy who can come in here and play at a top level. We got to find some receivers who can really get it done so that we can finally be a competitive team. And if you could maybe find a way to do that with Bill Belichick still running the defense, I see no reason why he shouldn't stay around. But if, for whatever reason, he wants to continue to hold on and not change things up on offense, that's when I think maybe Kraft should say, well, it's been a fun run here. Maybe we should find someone else who wants to move in this direction. But all in all, it's been a tough showing for the Patriots this season, but they could put themselves in a nice position for the future. So we'll see how this plays out the rest of the year. But if you guys want more NFL content like this, feel free to subscribe down below.